Hi all, it is a ridiculously warm day here for February 11th. It should not be in the high 50s, but it is, so here we have it. So this fall I planted a whole bunch of different types of historic pre-1600s grains, mostly different wheat types, including spelt and what we have here, which is Einkorn. And we have both a wild type of Einkorn and then over here a domesticated Einkorn. And happily, fantastically, intriguingly, it is a delightful display of some of the domestication traits of wheats that we see throughout it. Most often in the Arca Botanical Record, a lot of the domestication traits that are recorded are based on the floret, or kind of like the seed structures, where it disarticulates, breaks apart. Does it break apart with the glooms or holes, or does it not? But there are definitely some distinct, more growth pattern differences between the two that we are seeing here. So let's jump in and take a closer look at all this. All right, so side by side, we see a very distinct difference between the domesticated Einkorn over here and the wild Einkorn. Two key characteristics that we're seeing with domestication at this point in time before seed formation, florets occur, is that the wild Einkorn is skinnier and taller, and the domesticator is bushier and lower. And those two characteristics, both height and bushiness, are seen in selection throughout a lot of our different grains. And so what is going on here is that the height is oftentimes selected for. So this is the wild Einkorn, and it is like 12 to maybe 18 inches already here in February. Whereas our domesticated is still hanging out right around maybe 4 to 6 inches, and it's a lot more uniform. And so that lower growth habit and the stronger uniformity is often seen in our domesticated grains because it aids in harvest techniques. And so it's a lot easier to harvest a more uniform crop than it is to kind of harvest this tall, lanky, scraggly. Maybe the seed's head are at 24 inches, maybe they're at 48 inches, who knows? Right, so that consistency in lower height is something that is selected for. And then also what is really cool to see here is the distinct difference in tillering. And so tillering in grasses is these formations of the side shoots over here. And oftentimes in our modern wheat cultivars, an increase in tillering is selected for because what's happening is that for one grass seed planted, you're getting this higher density of side shoots produced, which will therefore increase a higher density of seed heads. Whereas our lower tillering wild type of emmers, one seed only produces maybe a dozen kind of tillers from side to side. So that is really cool to see all of a sudden just so distinctly both the height characteristics of domestication and the density characteristics of domestication here in this Einkorn crop. So we're just gonna let this trundle along, see what happens. We have some tulips blooming, getting ready to pop their heads out here underneath the mulch. But otherwise, hopefully in a few more months, maybe we'll start to get some seed head formations on our Einkorn. So, all in all, the other wheats that I've planted, it's a selection of different wheats that are pre-1600s, just the straight up wheat. And then there's also some barley, some emmer, and some spelt, and also a rivet wheat for thatching. So all of those that I planted in September, late September, early October are doing just fine. We had a pretty mild winter, but yet still we had some days that were, a lot of days that were below freezing, some days that were even below 25 degrees Fahrenheit, and some days, several days, that there was a thick layer of snow. But all the wheats have survived just fine. They've bounced back, and they're doing a really nice erect growth habit. And so hopefully as the weeks progress and the months progress, I will have some fun updates on all these different wheat types that I'm growing. In the meantime, I just thought, isn't this astounding that right off the bat we're seeing this key, distinct, characteristic difference between the wild Einkorn and the domesticated Einkorn. So I just had to share. I hope you are all well. I hope you are safe. I hope you are healthy. And I hope you get some sunshine and some dirt under your fingernails. All right, take care, everyone. Bye-bye.